I always knew that you're all American Express and Chase fanboys, but I didn't know how bad it was. So last week I uploaded a question regarding the best ecosystem that we reviewed last week. And by far, American Express and Chase came first. American Express is first right now, but Chase had been leading the question for the whole week. So thank you so much for the participation. Thank you so much for your input. You really like these videos and I'm grateful for that. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for all the support in the previous month. We have grown a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of subscribes. I'm really grateful for that. But as we move forward, I would like to get your opinion about a couple of things, and they have to do with the format of these videos. It's been forever now that we've been doing this slide, and I try to improve a little bit the way I present them with the graphics, as you will see in this video, for example. But I'd like to get your feedback. How do you like these slides? How do you like the time we spent on them? Is that something that you really enjoy? Do you want to just move briefly over them and then continue with commenting? You can always freeze your screen if you want. So please let me know. I'm very interested to get some feedback on this from you guys. With that out of the way, we're gonna start seeing the two main ecosystems that you chose, American Express and Chase, and the best credit cards to get flexible currency within the ecosystem. So MR points is this video, and you can get MR points a few different ways. American Express Platinum, Gold, Green, and Everyday Preferred. And they are very different with each other. It's incredible to see what kind of results you're getting when you put all the numbers together, which is why I started doing these slides, because I like to see them next to each other. But again, I understand it's a lot of information, so please let me know if this is something you like to see. But without any further ado, let's jump to the presentation and come back to wrap it up. So since last time the offers dropped, unfortunately, it was 150,000 points last week for the Platinum and 90,000 for the Gold. That's gone. 100,000 points right now for the Platinum, 60,000 for the Gold. We're not gonna go through all these details. We've talked about them in many videos, so I think we shouldn't go through all of these. The main point is that with the new offers, still the Platinum has the best 34%, and that doesn't include the Gym Equinox credit. And then the Gold, we have 17%, the Green 19%, and 5.5% for the Everyday Preferred, which is disappointing. Very disappointing. But as we know, what's important is what happens in the second year and every year after. So let's go. Now, it's important to always clarify that we apply our imaginary budget as always, $12,000 total, $3,000 on travel, $3,000 on restaurants, gas and groceries, equally spread. And in this case, instead of trying to make a trifecta as we did in the previous videos, we're gonna apply all $12,000 in each credit card to try to see as clinically as possible what's the best credit card if you only had to choose one. And of course, by combining different kinds of credit cards, you're gonna get a whole lot better. We know that. We saw it in the previous video about American Express. We were getting about 14% with a Platinum, but this time, because we apply all $12,000 just on this one, we're getting 9%. It drops because really the best multiplier it has is for travel, 5x, and then everything else is 1. So that's what's dropping it. So 9%, still excellent if you ask me. As I said in the previous video, even if you cut this in half, you're still getting 4.5 to 5%. So I think it's great. The Gold, you're getting a 3%. And for the Gold, I'm not so sure. I mean, 3%, it's a hit or miss. If you use your Uber credit and your restaurant credit, you're gonna get that 3%. If you don't, and you use it for everything, as we said, yeah, it drops to 3%, and it might go even lower than that, but it's still better than the other two. The green, I thought it would do a whole lot better, but it's at 1.5% really. And the everyday preferred is at 2% because it has that boost of 50% if you use it more than 30 times in a month. Seeing them next to each other for the first year, we see that the first is the platinum by a good margin, I would add. The second is the green, the third is the gold, and the fourth is the everyday preferred. But on the second year, we still have the platinum first, second is the gold, third is the everyday preferred, and last is the green. Now, a few asterisks on this one. They all have different spending categories. So depending on what's your spending case situation, you might find that these numbers will improve significantly or be even worse. What do I mean by that? The everyday preferred has everyday expenses. So if you do all your spending in groceries and gas and things like that, you might get a very good return on this one. But if you travel, you're not gonna get so much. If you do travel, but you're not really a world traveler, you're not in the planes all day, the green might be a very good option because it does have good multipliers in many categories about travel, which includes transit, which is basically the kind of travel that Chase cards offer, that includes like even things like bus and trains. So it's a very good solid card. The gold is a solid 3%. I would say, again, if you do know how to use these credit cards, if you know what kind of spending habits you have, they might prove even better than what you see here. But 3%, I want to say 3% is the average you would get if you use it for everything. And it doesn't help that it has a $250 annual fee. I know you might say, but with the credits, I'm taking it off, but they are so spread, especially the restaurant credit. I mean, the Uber credit, I can understand. You can always have Uber Eats if you don't use Uber. But with the other credits, I'm not so sure. The Platinum always is a great option for travelers. Again, you want to get MR points because you travel. You want to be flexible. You want to transfer these to hotels. You want to transfer these to airliners. So that's why you're getting MR points. Otherwise, you would go directly for a cashback or you would go with a specific company, but you want flexibility. And these cards are great options. I say if you know what kind of spender you are, funny enough, one might say, okay, all of these credit cards are travel credit cards because they earn the MR points. But I say the green and the platinum are more of a travel credit cards because that's where they're concentrated on their spending. And then the gold and the everyday preferred are more for everyday expenses, gas and groceries and things like that. So I say that if you know what kind of spender you are, you can lose with any of these credit cards, and they're all amazing. But let me know what you guys think. Answer to what I asked you at the beginning. Please let me know. Give me some feedback of how you want to be seeing these videos moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one. Ciao.